to ride at night, rule number 1, don't ride fast. Ride responsibly, don't be in a hurry. It's better to reach your destination alive than to be late, you know. Late Mr. Vaisa. Okay, so ride responsibly at a controllable speed where you can jam the brakes urgently and take control of your vehicle in case of any situation. That is tip number 1. Tip number 2, you can only ride as fast as you can see. So if your lights, your headlights, right, if they are limited in terms of their brightness, please don't try and push yourself. Okay, auxiliary lights definitely help. You would want to, though, if you're fitting auxiliary lights, put it in a way where it is not shooting in other people's eyes. Which brings us to point number 3. If you're going to put, if you're riding in the dark especially, be careful while you're using bright lights or the high beam, that whenever you do so, you don't have someone else who's coming in the opposite direction. If there is someone in the opposite direction, don't be a jerk. Switch to the low beam. The reason being, the light that you're putting in others' eyes could end up causing an accident maybe. You don't want to be the cause for that. Okay. You could also cause someone else to lose control. But, in a bad way. And come and, I don't know, maybe even take you along. So don't do that. Okay. Next, if there is, like, you're seeing a wet patch on the road, and if you're coming in and you're seeing a wet patch that's just at a turn, try and straighten your bike out. Don't lean at those times, because you could slip. That happened with me a few days ago. I was riding at night, and there was a little bit of water on the road, and it just so happened to be like at a turn. So yeah, I felt the rear wheel just move out from underneath me. So all I did was, while I was in an angle like this, I straightened out to get control, and then after I got control, I just leaned back in, or rather once I crossed that wet patch, I leaned back into my turn, because I was still in the turn basically. Okay, so remember that. Don't be in a hurry. Don't jam your brakes at that time. Okay, gradually use your accelerator only to slow you down at that moment, and straighten yourself out. Okay, what else? Well, when you're riding in the dark and you're not able to see much, the lights that you have is not so great. I've come back to the lights topic. The other thing that you do is pay attention to the vehicle in front of you. Okay, pay attention to that vehicle, because like the vehicle that was right in front, I didn't notice the speed breaker till I came close, but because I saw them bounce on that speed breaker, I knew that there is a speed breaker ahead. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Next thing is, whenever you're changing lanes, okay, you're going to overtake a vehicle or something like that, especially on faster moving roads, use your turn indicators. Don't just cut in. Okay, use your turn signals so that they're able to see. Alright, See that person, total jerk. Wrong side of the road, high beam, total jerk. But yeah, use your rear view mirrors. A lot of people I see, they ride without rear view mirrors. Baba, don't do that. It is too risky. It's asking for trouble. But use the rear view mirrors. Alright, so those are a few quick tips, few Vishesh tipnees. See how this fellow came out of the turn. No looking left, no right, no signal. सीधा घुस गया. Seek permission before you. Hey, क्या है ये? All the wrong things that people do. I hope you guys, the people who are watching my videos, all of you are responsible riders. I hope. Anyways, chalo, I'll see you all later. Okay, I'll cover this stretch. Wow, Flora Gardens has got a miniature Eiffel Tower. Okay, so we are going into dark, so I'm pretty sure, visibility is going to be low. So again, very quickly to summarize the few rules that I said to ride in the dark: pay attention to the tail lights of the vehicle in front of you. Don't ride faster than you can see. So if you have limited visibility, then ensure that your speed also is in check, taking into account what you are able to see, how far you are able to see. You're only going to be able to ride as fast as you can see. You're able to react as fast as you can see something. Okay, so yeah, so right now I was using this guy for the most part. Now we put on a high beam here, with all the vehicles on that side that are blasting their light in my eyes. I'm sticking more on the left so that I'm not flashing my light too much into people's eyes on that side. Secondly, I'm keeping my eyes more towards the ground, or the lower part of the vehicles in front of me, so that the light that's coming straight in my eyes doesn't really hinder my vision too much. I'm looking down at the road because those are more of the things that I need to pay attention to, like the undulations that are there, the potholes that are there. And if you notice, my speed is not much. If I have to ride fast, I would have hoped to have better lights. Now with me putting the high beam, it is falling in that fellow's rear view mirror and reflecting on his face. Again, not an ideal scenario or ideal situation that you want to have or keep. So if possible, like right now I've got headlights reflecting off of my rear view mirror and into my face. That's how people are riding, and that's the same thing that I was doing to the car in front. Okay, so use it sparingly. Use your high beam sparingly. If you have auxiliary lights, set it in such a way that it is not throwing light straight into the person in front of you in their eyes as such. Use your turn indicators whenever you want to change lanes, when you need to overtake or anything of that sort. Okay. Use your rear view mirror whenever you have to switch lanes as well. Let this guy go. Don't be a sharpery like that. Those guys are riding without helmets, that too, or any protective gear. I pray that nothing ill happens to them. But to my viewers, yeah, at least take helmet लो. helmet, gloves, jacket nahi le rahe ho to at least get those pads, yeah, elbows, knees. It's not too expensive. You're better safe than sorry. Okay. What else? Don't keep changing lanes too much. Watch out for wet spots. Right, watch out for water that is there on the road. Be careful about all of that, because that can cause problems, and we don't like problems, do we? No, we don't. Oh, Jesus. So the one, this is a long time back. I used to work in a call center over here itself, and my dad had given me a little bit of a hang of sitting behind the wheel and controlling the car. I knew how to ride a scooter and everything, so I'd asked the transport driver to actually teach me to drive. So he had told me this one rule, okay, and I hope I'm still recording, that whenever they're driving at night, what they do is they watch the road line and they follow the road line only. Okay, so the line that you see on the road, you hold on to that and you follow that. Okay, because if you're looking straight in front, at times what you'll have is like this fellow, lights all in your face. Okay, so especially when you have got lights like that and it's blinding you, you look at the road line and you follow that. Okay, so that's what you got to do. I think this thing just tried to reroute me again. Okay, what do we have here? Alright, I shall see you all later with more tips if I get more tips. Okay, bye.